Hi everyone and welcome to Sensing Taste. Today we're going to make chicken thighs with tzatziki. I'm going to marinate it in tzatziki and then we'll leave a little tzatziki sauce on the side and we'll have some cucumbers to dip into that. So this is a nice, quick, easy dish and I hope you'll enjoy it. So to make the tzatziki, it's very easy. You're just going to take some Greek yogurt, which I love Greek yogurt. I love the thickness of it. And I'm going to double this recipe because I'm going to use it one as a marinade and then I'm going to also use it as a dipping sauce. So I'm going to take 2 cups of Greek yogurt and I'm just going to kind of measure it out here. I could kind of eyeball it. I know about the amount that I need. So that's about one cup right there. And then as you can see, it is very thick. That's what makes it so good. And that's about another cup right there. So that looks good. And then we're going to take a cup of shredded cucumber. So I've already done an English cucumber. It's got the skin still on it. That gives a lot of flavor. And what you want to do after you shred this, you want to drain the water out of it so that it doesn't make it a very watery sauce. So I've already done that, so it's all ready to go. So I'm just going to add this English cucumber into the yogurt, and we're going to give it a very good stir. And it adds a lot of nice color in there. I'm just going to scrape off some of this yogurt. It's a little stuck to the spoon. So we're just going to mix that all in. And that looks really, really good. And then we're going to take a couple of tablespoons of garlic, which I've already had chopped. So we're going to add that in. And again, we're going to stir that up so it's mixed well. And then we're going to take some lemon juice. So I'm going to do a little bit of lemon zest because I really like how the lemon zest adds a lot of flavor and brightness to the tzatziki and to any dish that you're really making. And then we're going to use a few tablespoons of the lemon juice. And I've got my lemon juicer right here. I love this little tool. It makes it very easy to squeeze the juice out of a lemon. And then I'm going to measure out, since I've doubled this recipe, about 4 tablespoons for this. And I'm going to need the other half of the lemon since again, I doubled that recipe. And then there's my 3rd tablespoon and my 4th. And then I'm going to stir that all up again. And it's looking really good. It smells delicious in here. And I like to add fresh dill to this, but I ran out of fresh dill. So I do have dill that I keep in my pantry. So I'm going to use about a half of a teaspoon of this. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on. My cap's not coming off, so it's going to be a little hard to measure with the holes from the sprinkler. So I'm just going to judge. And that's about half a teaspoon. And that smells really good. And then if you'd like, you can always add a little bit of fresh mint in there too if you want. That's up to you, completely optional. I have a little fresh mint here, so I'll just put a little bit in there just for a little extra flavor. And then I'm going to give our tzatziki sauce a taste. And what I like about this is it comes together very easy, but it's a lot of flavor. And that tastes really good. I can taste the sourness of the Greek yogurt, that tartness, and then you've got the cucumber in there with that dill herb spice and a little bit of the garlic. It tastes really good. And it's up to you. You can use a little salt and pepper to taste if you like, but I feel like it's good just the way it is. So that is tzatziki, and that looks really pretty. And now I'm just going to add in the marinade to our chicken thighs. And I have them all, those are already prepared. So I just put a little olive oil in the bottom of this dish, and I've got them already rinsed and dried and everything. And now I'm just going to scoop on some of the tzatziki, and I'm going to put it all over. So I don't want to contaminate my spoon with the raw chicken, so I'm just going to scoop a little bit out for the marinade. And what I like about chicken thighs is sometimes chicken breasts have a tendency they could get dry, and chicken thighs have a lot of moisture in them. So they're dark meat, so it's a lot of flavor. So especially when you're struggling with your taste buds, the moistness of a chicken thigh sometimes is a little easier to eat if you're experiencing a dry mouth. So I like that with the chicken thighs, and they just have a lot of good flavor. So I am just going to let these sit and marinate for about a half hour, and then I'm going to cover them and put them in my refrigerator, and then we're going to bake them at 350 degrees. So just covering them up, and they'll go away for a little while. And then when we come back, we'll pop them in the oven about a half hour, and they will be cooking probably for about 40 minutes or so, and we'll test them and make sure they're done. So we'll see you when those are ready. So our tzatziki chicken is done cooking in the oven, and now we're going to give it a try. So it looks really good. You know, you can still see the tzatziki sauce on the top, serving as a really nice marinade for this dish. And then I'm just going to take an extra scoop, because if a little tzatziki is good, a lot is even better. And so I'm just going to put a little on my plate, and I'm going to get a few slices of that cucumber on the side. We'll just give it a nice little taste, and it looks really good. And the chicken feels really tender and moist, and that yogurt just serves as a really nice marinade to really keep the chicken tender. And it tastes really good. You got the nice flavor of the tzatziki sauce with the chicken, and then it just really complements the dish and just makes it really flavorful. So I hope you'll give this a try. Bye. See you next time.